Hey everybody, Hernke here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm with a very special guest. It's a world traveler, very busy girl these days. Her name is Ariel Tweto.
Hello and hello.
Hello, thank you so much. I'm so glad I finally caught you because you're so busy traveling here, traveling there, doing a new show, doing this and that. Like, I'm amazed.
Yeah, trying to get things started.
Yeah.
Always trying. And like 90% not successful, and then the other 10% you're like, yes.
Yep, that's usually how it goes.
I know, the world of entertainment.
Oh,
But it's
yeah.
so fun. I love it.
Well, how did you get started in the world of entertainment, especially like reality TV and things like that?
So my first taste of it was when I was in 7th grade. I did a little show on Nickelodeon called A Walk in Your Shoes. And so I used to dog race all the time, the sled dog mushing. And so the people at it was Noggin, they did put out this ad in the Gnome Nugget, which is our local newspaper, and they were looking for a young girl dog racer. And so my parents, my parents' friend, they wanted his daughter to do it, but he was like, my daughter's shy, why would she do it? Ariel will do it. So they called my parents and they were like, just get Ariel doing cheerleading moves or wrestling or playing basketball and send it to these people. So did that, and then they called back. And so the show was A Walk in Your Shoes. I went to Hawaii and switched lives with a professional surfer and learned how to surf, and she moved to Alaska and learned how to dog race. And then that's when I was like, people do this for a living? I want to do this. And then and then I forgot about it for like a couple of years until college. And so
All right.
but that was my first taste, and I just loved it.
And then the TV series Wipeout.
Wipeout.
Was that after that?
Yeah, Wipeout. I was at Chapman University studying TV and film production. I was like 19, I was 20. And then I was playing basketball in Venice Beach against one of the producers on that show. And he was like, "You're one crazy weird chick. You should audition for the show because they need crazy weird people." And so I was like, okay. So I went and auditioned and got it. And then I had a weird moment, and then that people recognized me from that, and then they invited me back like 2 more times and kept doing okay. And that's where I was like, I need to be in this industry, because the crew everyone's laughing all the time, everyone's working hard, you're like eating dinner together, and that I was like, I love being part of a team. And so I think just growing up playing sports, I just fell in love with being a part of a family and a team. And then after that Wipeout, I met a guy on the set, and it was right when Deadliest Catch came out. And so we were talking about my family. We're all pilots. And so I was like, we should do a show about my family. We're all weird and we have a unique industry and profession. And so that's when we created Flying Wild.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Now, going back to Wipeout, when you first stepped on that set and you saw all the crazy obstacles that were in front of you, did they give you like a trial run? Like, this is what you're going to do? It's all right, go up there and just do it.
Yeah, okay, so you get there in the morning, and then they give you a bunch of breakfast burritos, and you're all like not rich or anything, so I'm like, free breakfast burritos? I'm gonna have 10. And so you eat all the breakfast burritos, and then they don't show you anything. They sort of just like point out to a couple things. They don't really you don't get any trial runs. You don't get to watch the other people compete. You just hear them screaming, and then they come back and they're bleeding, and you're just like, ugh.
You're like, oh boy.
Yeah. And then I'm pretty sure they grease down everything too, because everything was just a lot harder than when you first look at like the balls or something. You're like,
yeah,
easy. And then you're like, okay, maybe that wasn't so easy. But yeah, they give you no clues. And those breakfast burritos, though, you're on so many spinning things that half the contestants are throwing up on each other, and you're just like, I got thrown up on like twice. Yeah.
Oh,
good times. Good times.
Oh no. So it looks like they get you all worked up, and then they throw you out to the wild, and you have fun with it.
Yeah.
Did you have any big injuries from that or no?
I broke my thumb. What else happened? I messed up my rib because one of them I was like in a catapult, and they set my weight wrong, and I was supposed to land in a pool of water, but I landed on the other side of it like just a dummy doll, and that one hurt. But it was so fun. It was so fun, and nothing else would. I don't think my career would have happened if it wasn't for Wipeout.
Yeah.
Because it just opened my eyes, and then that little bit of whatever, like whatever. I don't even know what it was because I wasn't noticeable. But then people,
A memorable moment that people remember from that episode.
yeah, it was a stupid poll. Yeah, good times. Google Ariel poll and see what pops
Ariel
up.
poll. Yep, there you go. And then after that, you said that it led into the piloting. You said you come from a family of pilots.
Yes.
When was the youngest you started flying?
Well, I mean, 0. We were always in planes. The only way in and out of my village is by airplane. And so my grandpa was one of the first Native American pilots to start his own airline. My dad started his competition airline. And then I have 2 sisters. They're all pilots. All my aunts and uncles fly. So it was just in my blood. And so I started flying. I mean, my dad would let us hold the yoke from like 3-4 years old. But I finally got my license in 2012. During the show. But I mean, I always knew I was gonna fly. Like, I knew I was gonna fly, but I didn't know when. So the series was just a vehicle for me to just be like, ooh, Discovery Channel will pay for my pilot's license. Perfect. So yeah, I like everyone in our family knew we were all gonna fly. It was just a matter of like when will we sit down and get our license.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
I had my first experience in a plane, and it is an adrenaline rush when you grab the yoke and you have control of this magical thing flying, 4,000 feet in the sky.
Yeah, and you're in this little box, and you're like with wings, and you're like, how does this work? And it's fascinating. But there's nothing like it. There's nothing like being in the air. When you're by yourself, there's nothing like that because you're like, okay, mom and dad aren't here to save my life. Better not screw around. What does that button mean? Shouldn't touch it.
Yep.
And let's see if I can land this thing. But I mean, but when you're up there and your life is in your own hands, and you get that bird's eye perspective on everything. It's beautiful, and there's nothing like it.
I know it's magical. It's so cool.
Yeah,
being up there.
Is it? Do you fly?
No, I don't. I did it one time just a few weeks ago. My friend's a pilot, and he said, "Hey, come on up." And I said, "I want to make a video about this because I've always wanted to sit in a cockpit and try flying." And it was an amazing experience.
Yeah,
so.
It's so fun, and my friends that are afraid to fly, I love taking them up just to show them just like turbulence. It's like you're going over rapids and all this
or
stuff.
a pothole on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so it's so fun. I love it. Flying. I haven't flown though since like last October. I don't think so. I need to get back up there. I'm actually going in April to Florida to get my float ratings. So me and my dad are going to go out there and shoot a little video. So stay tuned.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Now, when you did all this flying, how did the network that does this show, how did they find you guys to be like, hey, I want to do a show about you flying in Alaska?
I went to them.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I pitched it.
Did you have like a sizzle reel that you showed them to, or just the idea?
So me and the guy from Wipeout went up to our village with a little camera crew and went and made a sizzle reel, and then edited it. I didn't edit it, the guys did. And then we went to Discovery, Fox, NBC, ABC, everywhere for like over like a year. And I was in Miami at a music festival when I got a call from Discovery. I was like in a dance pit of people, and I got the call, and I'm like, I don't know who Discovery Channel is. But they didn't even say Discovery Channel. Whatever. I just hung up and I was like dancing, and then it hit me a while later. I'm like, oh my God. And I called them back, and they were like, we love the sizzle. We want to get it. And it's crazy though.
That is amazing. And then you were, once they greenlit the show, you were involved from start to finish. You were hands-on on everything.
Yep. So I was so dumb and young too. Like our contracts were so weird, and then I didn't actually get a creative a credit, but I got to be a producer. And then the last season, I think I was like associated producer or something. But we got to do the show, and it was so fun, and our crew was so awesome, and I love being a part of the Discovery Channel family. And who else gets to go and live with their parents and make a show about that time period in their life and get their pilot's license? So it was such a dream, and it was so fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah, definitely want to check it out because I've seen a lot of this stuff on YouTube.
Yeah,
a lot of the
it's
channels
replaying all over right now. I'm getting a lot of people from India and China messaging, and in Russia. So it's playing all over, and then I think it's on Discovery's new like Discovery Plus or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone's branching out and doing pluses now.
Everyone's doing pluses. We need to do a plus.
We need to do a Hernke plus and an Ariel Tweto plus.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Do you have any like something very memorable from when you were filming something, either scary that happened or funny, or just that was life changing that happened while you were filming?
Flying wise?
Yeah. Any of the particular episodes you remember that happened to me and I'll never forget that?
My solo flight. So to do your solo, you have to do 3 takeoff and landings by yourself, and then that's it. So my first 2, easy peasy, greased it on. I was like, this is nothing. Took off for my last go around, took off, my radio died, and my dad was doing loops over like in a village nearby just so I could talk to him, and and our producers and stuff could talk to me. And so I took off, the radio died, and then I'm flying. So when you are taking off and landing, you almost do a rectangle. This is a flight pattern. So I'm going downwind, and then the wind switch. So I'm getting drifted, and I'm still like pretty new, and so I'm like, why am I drifting so far away from the runway? And then I get like squared away finally to the runway, and I was trying to put her down, but I kept drifting, and I couldn't make the runway, so I had to go around, and I'm starting to panic, like I can't talk to anybody, I don't know what to do, and it doesn't hit me to look at and see what the windsock is doing. And so then finally I do like 2 more go arounds, and I'm like, I can't land, I'm gonna run out of gas, I can't land, what am I doing? Then finally I was like, oh my god, the wind. So then I like corrected, but finally when I landed I was so tired, and I'm just like emotionally drained, and then my landing was horrible. It was just like, I'm like, oh my god. And then I was so relieved when we were done. But if you could look at the footage from that and just see how scared I was, and just see how hard I was like holding on to the yoke. And it was not pretty. But yeah, but we came out alive.
And that's in one of the episodes?
Yeah, I think it's like the finale, or was it? Maybe it was like the second. I honestly haven't seen any of him. People are like, this happened on the show. I'm like, it did? And so I don't, so everyone's like, you're such a goofball on that thing. I'm like, those editors. I am a goofball in real life, but I think they played it up a lot.
Yeah.
Because people are like, oh, you're really not that dumb. I'm like, oh.
Oh, thank you.
But I haven't seen it. I saw half of the premiere. Our crew went to a bar and they put it all on the screen, and then like that first scene or something, I'm like doing something weird, and I'm like, that's how I sound. And then our producer pulled me aside and she was like, we're going to the bar and you're never watching yourself again, because I'm like, that's how I walk. So it's good though, because I don't want, like, I like me, and so when you see yourself and when you hear yourself, you start becoming too aware of like your actions. And then I'm not an actress, or I wish I was. I've tried it and I'm horrible, so I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna play myself forever. And so yeah, I just don't watch anything anymore.
That's how I am sometimes too.
Yeah, you get too self-critical, and
and then it starts, like if you're filming a movie, it starts affecting your performance. When you're doing other scenes, you remember, oh, I'm overthinking now. So I don't watch any of my stuff either.
Yeah, go us for not watching.
There you go.
We're like Johnny Depp.
Oh yeah, he doesn't watch any of his stuff either.
Yeah.
Even when it comes out, I don't think he watches any of it at all.
Yeah, I haven't done anything near Johnny Depp, but I'm just like, you know what, for me, it's the experience of making it. Like, I really don't care how it turns out. I'm just like, I want to make as much stuff as possible and just have a blast with it when I do it, and just the life experience. And then if it does well, awesome. And if we get picked up for a second season, yes. But while I'm making it, I just want to have the most fun I can and make the most memories and do the best job that I could do. And then we'll see what happens after that. But yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think that's a healthier mindset than seeing, because then it will just tear you apart, and you'll get so sad if you do bad.
Yeah. So you got another big thing on your plate. You're going to Africa very soon.
Yeah,
on Friday.
Yeah, on Friday, and it's Monday right now. And so we're going to shoot a proof of concept for this series that I'm developing, and I won't just say a lot about it because I don't want anyone to steal my idea, but it's a lot. But it's basically like scientifically, we're all from Africa. Our ancestors are from Africa, so it's retracing our steps from Africa to Alaska, and then but learning about humanity and what makes us human and what makes us different from animals, and what we used to think was our intelligence, our ability to make tools was what separated us from animals, but we forgot to look at our empathy, our compassion, our ability to be in social settings. And right now in this time, we're almost becoming more animalistic. Like we're losing our empathy, we're losing our compassion, we're losing our ability to be in social settings without ripping each other's heads off. So I want to go and learn about like what makes us human, like our kindness and how, and let's go back to our origins of the beauty of humanity. And so that's sort of that in a nutshell.
Oh, cool. And how long are you going to be gone for?
This trip, so we're going to just shoot, it's 2 weeks, which is way too short to be in Africa. So we're hoping to go shoot a bunch, come back, edit it. It's like a sizzle reel, and then go and pitch it.
Right on.
Yeah. So it's gonna, like, I mean, who gets to go to Africa? And right now, there's no tourists in Africa. I guess they're saying
absolutely.
the animals are insane everywhere. And so another big thing of mine is running and being in nature. And so our producers are like, you're not allowed to go running without like a Jeep running next to you. I'm like,
what? Come on.
I
really?
know, but my dad and mom are just like, listen to everybody, you're gonna get eaten by a lion or a hippo.
No.
Yeah, so I'm gonna listen and I'll be safe. So we'll see.
Yes. We
But-
want you to be safe.
Yeah, I'm so excited though. So I'll be going on a hunt with the female hunting tribe, the Hadzabe tribe, which is gonna be so cool. And then I'm gonna do a lot with the animals, just because I'm obsessed with animals and nature. And then we'll be we're working a lot with these anthropologists and paleontologists and looking at the first human footprints and all, like skulls and all this. So it's going to be really fun and eye-opening, and my parents think I'm going to move there because every time I travel, I end up wanting to move everywhere, and they're just like, just make sure you come back.
Aw.
Like, I'll come back.
You'll come back.
Yeah.
But if you, like, when you film the show and it gets picked up, you're going to be there for a while.
Yeah. Which
Yeah?
will be so cool. Yeah.
How many episodes do you think they're going to do?
I would I would want like 8 to 12 for the first season, and then the second season is something different, like because there's so many branches that stemmed off from Africa, and so mine would be the first one, and then hopefully I could find someone and follow their journey from like down to Chile, and then to Iceland and whatever. So I think the possibilities are endless with this story.
All right. And does COVID affect you guys in any way? Like all the protocols you have to put in place when you film?
A lot of testing going on. I've been tested like 28 times.
28?
28 times. My nose is getting so raw.
Yep.
But I get it. And then we have to bring a bunch of rapid tests, and then our crew's super small, and then the places we go, there's like no people. And then like all the other shots, like the malaria shot, and shoot, I was supposed to do that today. Good reminder.
Yep.
Gotta go and get that. But yeah, there's just a lot of things to think about. But I think honestly, it was a blessing too, because there's not a lot of tourists, and so it will be our crew and a bunch of animals. Yeah.
That's
you know what I'm so stoked to
amazing.
see though? Like giraffes running in nature.
Yep.
And then like zebras, I'm like, they're real? I know.
The only time that I've seen that is at Disney's Animal Kingdom in Orlando, Florida.
Yeah, I
That's
haven't even
it.
seen that. And so I'm just like, a lot of these animals, you grow up seeing them on TV, and you're just like, it doesn't, for me, I'm just like, nah, those aren't real. Like, there's no elephants. And then, so now I'll actually get to see a real elephant, and I'll probably cry.
Aw.
I know.
And I'm sure you're going to post a lot of videos.
Yes.
A lot of Instagram stories.
Yeah.
And things like that, so I will definitely be watching
Oh, yay.
for your adventures over there.
Oh, thank you.
That's really cool. Is there anything else you're doing to mentally prepare yourself for this trip and what you're going to do?
No, you know what? I've learned through the last like 10 years of doing like, in entertainment and stuff, I suck when I do too much research. Like, I'm so much better going into a place blind and then having questions just naturally come up, because I'm a curious person. But if I do too much research, it shows in my like eyes and stuff, because I'll do this. And I'm just like, that looks so fake. And so if I just go in and I'm actually like, what is that? Or whatever, then it's just so much more interesting and exciting. So I don't like preparing. I just like a lot of this stuff, like other projects, the producers won't even tell me what I'm doing or where I'm going. They're just like, just get in the car and we're going here. And then I'm out and I'm like, this is what I'm doing today. This is awesome. Like kite surfing, and I've gotten to do some awesome stuff. And I'm I'm glad I don't have to do a lot of research, because one, I don't like it, and two, I'm just not good at it.
You live life very sporadically.
Yeah, maybe too much sometimes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes I get in these situations, I'm like, how did I get in this situation? How am I lost again?
Oh no!
Oh no, Jon Snow. But
Jon Snow. I've never heard that one. I love that. Oh no, Jon Snow. That's good.
I know. Oh yeah, that just came out.
See, they just came out. There you go.
Yeah.
Going back to COVID, last year was definitely a trying time for a lot of people. Is there anything that you took away from last year, like how people's lives changed and how, if your life changed anyway, was there anything that changed?
Like you keep saying, I travel like every other day, and so that was and I'm super privileged. And so I went back to Alaska and I hung out with my parents for it was like a month at our cabin in the middle of nowhere. But I brought one of my best friends, so we got to go ice fishing every day, hang out with my parents. But then after a month in a cabin when you're used to traveling, you're just like,
cabin fever.
Oh man, so much cabin fever. But for me, the biggest thing is touching people. Like, I love pouncing on my friends and hugging them. I like shaking hands with people. Like, I like touching, and I like high-fiving and whatever, slap on the butt, and now not being able to do that, I miss that. Like, I miss being in bars and yelling and cheering at things. I miss those things I miss. But I get it, and I think I'm super. I feel like we will go back to normal, and I think maybe some things will change, but I think we're on the uprise of getting back to normal. I just got my second vaccine, and so in Alaska we have so few people that I think we're pretty lucky out there. My parents and my grandma and everyone got it, and so hopefully more people will get vaccinated and we could just move on.
There you go. Yeah. Which one did you get?
I got the Pfizer.
Pfizer? Is that the double one, or is that the one?
It's the double. Okay. So so the first one, your arm gets a little sore, and then the second one, I got my shot at 8 a.m. and then went skiing, and around 4 p.m. I was like, I don't remember drinking. Why do I feel drunk? And I called my sister. I was like, how do you feel? And we forgot we got the shot because we were having so much fun skiing. Then it's like, I just feel so loopy and sort of tired. And then she was like, I do too. And then I called my mom because she got it at the same time too, and she's baking pies, and she was like, I feel fine. And I was like, of course Mom feels fine. But yeah, I just felt a little tired for probably just that evening, and then it was fine.
All right.
Yeah, so.
And that I know that those are required now for a lot of traveling, so.
Yeah.
Does everybody on your crew have to get one as well?
No. So, but I think 2 people don't have it.
Okay.
Yeah, and so me and the older crews have it, and so I was super lucky to be Native American, because I don't think I would have gotten it if I wasn't. And so so hopefully people are taking advantage of it, and because there's so many other people that really want it, and I'm just like, just go and get it. But I don't know. But everyone has their different opinions on it, and you're allowed to have different opinions. Oh, yeah. So just you do you, but be safe.
Be safe.
Be safe.
That's right. I want to circle back to Alaska real quick. There's a place where the sun, it takes forever for it to go down, is that right?
Yeah, well, in the summer. It doesn't go down. It does a little circle above your head.
So, have you been in that situation where it's just so how do I go to sleep? And
it's normal for us because that's how we grew up. In our village in the summer, the sun never goes down, June, July. It's just does that. But you don't want to sleep in the summer. You want to go fishing. You want to hang out with your friends. You take naps all the time because in the winter it's dark, and so you're just so in the winter you sleep a bunch. You're like a little bear. You just hibernate.
Yeah, you hibernate.
And then or you go play basketball all day. And that's what I did. You play basketball and you wrestle. But but then it's you wake up. It's dark. You go to school, you go to basketball practice, you go home, and then you go to sleep. And then it's always dark. And so in the summer, when it's light, you're just like, get me outside, take me to fish camp, let's go play out, let's go biking, let's go hiking, let's go just fishing and hang out with your friends. So people have like good shades and there's ways to fall asleep. But no, if you grew up there, it's normal.
I love it.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And it sounds like, from what you're describing, it's almost like Wisconsin too.
Oh yeah.
We just love the fish and just love the outdoors.
Yeah, where do you grow up in Wisconsin?
I grew up in Menasha, Neenah, which is about a half hour away from Green Bay.
Oh nice, yeah, go
Yeah.
Packers.
Oh,
except,
yeah.
Except don't go Packers, go Vikings.
I know the Packers, yeah, they almost made it to the
I know.
Oh man,
I
Aaron
know.
Rodgers.
Where Aaron Rodgers. Wait, so is your town sort of near the Dells? Are you anywhere near the Dells?
No, that's a good couple hours away.
Okay. What about like Oshkosh?
Oshkosh is, I want to say like 15 minutes away,
Okay.
15-20 minutes away, south.
Okay.
But yeah, Oshkosh Bagosh is what we like to call it.
Air show?
The air show, yeah.
I've been there a bunch.
EAA,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I love it. I'm going this year.
Really?
Yeah. A bunch of my
Oh,
buddies
right.
just got an Airbnb and it's so fun. If you like airplanes at all, Oshkosh.
When is that?
End of July.
End of
It's
July,
so fun.
okay.
Cause they do this whole like World War II reenactment and they never tell you when it's gonna happen. So all of a sudden like bombs are going off and you're just like, what's happening?
Oh,
and then
man.
people camp under their airplane wings and it's just a party. And it's so fun. And there's all these competitions and you get to go see cool new equipment and it's so fun. And then you're in Wisconsin, so it's warm in the summer.
Yep.
Then everyone goes to Milwaukee for a day and we just go to breweries and hang out and it's so fun.
And you get to eat cheese curds?
So much cheese curds, squeaky cheese.
Oh, yeah.
It's heaven. in
Do you
your
ever
mouth.
have old fashions too?
Old fashions like the drink?
Yeah. Over there?
I haven't had it. Is that what you're known for?
Oh, yeah. Wisconsinites drink old fashions all the time. So when you go to a bar
Ooh.
over there, just ask for a brandy old fashioned sweet. All right, so you got another show in the works right now that's coming out on Fox called The Great North.
Yeah, it just premiered yesterday, and so it's a cartoon, an animated series on Fox with Nick Offerman, Jenny Slate, Will Forte, Aparna, Dolce Sloan, and so my character, I'm not one of the main characters, but I come in a lot of the episodes because I'm one of the Jenny Slate's best friend, and so I'm this bratty 16-year-old girl that's obsessed with Judge Judy, and I like hate nature. And so it's the complete opposite of me. But it takes place in Alaska, and it's just this weird dysfunctional family, and it's so funny. It's the creators of like Bob's Burgers, the Molyneux sisters, and now they're writing Deadpool 3. So they're just fantastic, and it's so fun being in a room. It was pre-COVID when we shot a lot of my episodes, so you're in a room, everyone's laughing, and it was the best experience.
And it's a cartoon?
It's a cartoon,
Okay.
yeah, and we're starting to shoot our second season.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
so cool.
It's so fun.
It must be fun doing voiceovers for things like that.
Oh yeah, and I don't know what I'm doing, so I was like, I learned right away to never wear a sweater because I was sitting in my chair with all these people and sweating so hard, and I was so nervous. But then after a while, you realize that everyone's in the same boat and everyone's sort of nervous. But then you get a flow going, and then you're just laughing.
Yeah,
and it's fun.
You're with the group.
Yeah.
Did they give you creativity to create the character that you are voicing?
No, it's pretty like set in stone what it is. So it's cool though because you get the script that night, and then in the morning you have your table read, and everyone in that is just, you fumble your words, people are clapping, people are laughing, and you just read it straight through, and then you go into the studio and do your recording, and that's like a fun process because you'll read it how you would read it, and they'll give you notes, and then they'll be like, say it this way, and then you're like, ah, and then yeah, it's really fun though.
Was that Fox Studios?
Yeah, nope, at Bento Box.
Bento Box?
Yeah, in Burbank.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah, it's really fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you want to do more voiceovers?
Yeah, I'm actually creating my own cartoon right now, and so it's so fun though. And I've been working on it for like 5 years, and I finally got a studio to do the animation for it. And I think today I'm gonna get the first look at it. Will be like 2 minutes of like a teaser, and then we'll use that to go and pitch to studios and networks. And
That's
so,
beautiful.
Yeah,
I hope that works out for you.
Thank you so much.
Because I can totally see you doing that. You're a very animated person in real life, but you can also bring cartoon characters to life with your voice and your personality.
Yeah, this voice.
I want to see it.
Yeah,
I really want to see it.
Thank you. I'll let you know if it works out or not. Hopefully it does. I'm not going to stop until it works out.
All right.
Yeah.
Keep on trucking along.
Go on trucking along.
Keep on trucking along. Going into the future now, are there any goals that you want to set for this year or beyond that you see yourself doing?
So I want to get my Africa project going. I want to get my cartoon going. I want to be like Eskimo Oprah. I want to inspire people. I'm super into getting people out in nature because I know it's so therapeutic and it's helped me so much with my mental health. So I want to have a talk show one day where I just get to sit and like be in nature with people and talk and learn about life. If you looked at my bookshelf, you'd think I'm so depressed because everything's self-help books. I'm just so fascinated with learning about positive psychology and happiness and joy and how do you have that life, because life is so short.
Yeah.
So I really want to do more with that. I'm writing a book called Stretch Wisdom, but we'll talk more about that the next time. And yeah, I just want to keep creating things. I love creating things. I like creating something from nothing and then seeing it like come through. And then I just want to be with my friends and family and travel and just have fun. And I think that's pretty much it.
I know you can do it.
No, thank you. You too. I'm excited.
There you go. Now, in closing, do you have any advice that you would like to tell our audience for anybody that wants to get that adventurous spirit in them to go out and explore, travel, fly, do any of that?
Don't think about it too much. Just go and do it. Like, you're gonna screw up a lot. Like, and failure's where all the fun stories and like lessons in life come from. If you're not if you're not failing, you're not trying hard enough. And just like if you overthink it and if you try to be like, I'm gonna do this, it's too daunting. You never get anything done. So I think if you have a goal or if you want to go do something, just go and just do it. Don't overthink it. I think that would be my advice, because I talk to so many people, they're just like, oh, I have to go and do this first and then this first. I'm like, that scares me. Like I think people over plan, and then when you over plan, you just it freaks you out. And so I think you just have to pull the plug and just go and do it.
Yeah.
Nike, just do it.
Very well said. Very well said, Ariel. Thank you so much for coming out today.
Yeah, thank you for coming down here.
I know we are in your element right now.
Oh, this is my.
Because usually I do these in apartments or studios, but when you said outside, I was like, all right, we can find a nice place out here where you're in your element. The water's right back there. The waves are crashing. The birds are singing. The lawnmower has stopped lawn mowing.
Right when we sat down, it stopped.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like they knew.
I know. I'm just waiting to get pooped on by a bird, though, and then we could be like, oh man, the other day it was so nasty. But good luck.
Yep.
Yeah,
I heard it's very good luck.
I know. So we'll have to do this again, though. Hopefully,
yes.
Oshkosh. If you're not doing your Animal Kingdom stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah, or the following year.
Yeah, or fly to Alaska and we'll do a show up there.
I love that idea. Lisa, would you like to come along? I think she would. I think Lisa would like to come along.
That'd be so fun. Yeah, you got a place to stay.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Pitch a tent for you outside my house.
Oh yeah, there we go. That's the guest house right there.
No, we'll have a bedroom for you.
Oh, that's so sweet. What part of Alaska?
So I'm mostly like in the south central, like Anchorage, Girdwood area, but my folks are up in northwest, like on the Bering Sea.
Okay.
Unalakleet.
I can't wait to go there.
Yeah,
that'll be
awesome.
fun.
Probably won't go to Unalakleet because no one ever goes up there unless you have family, because there's nothing really up there. But there's so much to do in Anchorage, that area. So we'll set you up.
All right. Thank you again.
Yay! That was
rock.
so fun.
If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, hit the notification button below for more interviews, more stuff coming up, and please go on and support Ariel in her career and all the stuff that she's doing. Check out the shows that she's been on. All the stuff will be in the links in the description below. So check it out. This is Hernke signing out. Thank you so much. See you later.